Have you ever dreamed of traveling the world, but never really had the chance to do it yet? Maybe you've spent hours watching videos of places on the other side of the planet. Snow-covered mountains in New Zealand, ancient temples in Asia, oceans you've never touched, cities you've never walked through, and in those moments you probably thought, one day, I will go there. One day, I will see the world for myself. We grow up believing that life is something waiting for us out there, somewhere far away, across borders, across oceans. But what if I told you that after this video, you might start to question that idea entirely? Because maybe the world you are trying to reach is not as far away as you think. There is an ancient idea that appears across many traditions. In Hermetic philosophy, it is expressed as above, so below. At first, it sounds like a mystical sentence. But if we slow down and we really look at it, it is pointing to something structural about reality itself. It suggests that the universe is not random at different scales. Instead, it is patterned. What exists in the vast cosmos may be echoed in the smallest particles. What exists in nature may be reflected in the human body, and what exists in the human body may reflect the structure of perception itself, not as exact copies, but as repeating principles. Let's start with something familiar: the atom. We are taught that an atom has a nucleus in the center, with electrons orbiting around it. A structure that, visually, resembles a solar system. Now, modern physics tells us electrons are not planets. They are probability fields. But something still remains interesting here. At different scales of reality, we see systems organized around a center. A sun holding planets in motion. A nucleus holding atomic structure together. Even galaxies forming around dense gravitational cores. Different systems, different scales, but a similar principle: order emerging around a central field of attraction and motion. The details change, but the pattern repeats. Now let's move closer to the human body. In ancient Chinese philosophy and traditional medicine, the body is not seen as a machine. It is seen as a landscape, a system of rivers, mountains, winds, and seasonal flows. The heart is associated with awareness and governing presence, the liver with expansion and movement, the kidneys with deep storage and foundation. Blood vessels resemble rivers, bones resemble mountains, breath resembles wind moving through terrain. In this view, the body is not separate from nature. It is nature condensed into human form. Even in ancient texts like the Shanhai Jing, the boundary between geography, mythology, and perception is fluid. Mountains, rivers, creatures, and distant lands are not just physical places. They form a symbolic map where nature and imagination overlap. Later interpretations of traditional thought often suggest mountains mirror structure, rivers mirror flow, regions mirror energetic patterns of life. Whether literal or symbolic, the intuition remains the same. The world is not separate from the observer. It is deeply entangled with it. When we put all of this together, atoms, cosmic systems, human anatomy, ancient cosmology, a strange picture begins to emerge. Not identical copies, but recurring structure. Movement around a center. Flow through systems. Cycles of expansion and contraction. Balance between opposing forces. Reality seems to express itself again and again at different scales. But here is where the idea becomes personal. If patterns repeat across scales, then the most immediate scale is not the universe. It is experience itself, right here, right now. Because everything we know about the world, we only ever know through one thing, the mind that is perceiving it. We assume the world is out there, and we are here, inside, looking out. So we move outward. We travel. We explore. We search. And there is nothing wrong with that. But we rarely question something deeper. If everything is perceived through you, then how well do you actually know the perceiver? We see countries, but not the movement of attention. We see landscapes, but not the mind constructing them. We see life, but not the mechanism through which life is experienced. You can travel across oceans and still never travel into your own awareness. You can see every famous place in the world and still never truly see the place where experience is happening. The inner world is always available, but because it is always available, it is often ignored. Breathing, thinking, feeling, being aware. These are not small things. They are the foundation of everything you will ever experience. So maybe the real meaning of as above, so below is not just about the universe reflecting itself, but about something closer. That the outer world is always being shaped through the inner world, not separate, not divided. One continuous reality expressing itself in two directions at once. So the question is no longer, what is out there for me to see? But instead, what is this awareness that is seeing anything at all? Because maybe the most important universe you will ever encounter is not above you. It is within you. If this idea resonates with you, or even challenges the way you see the world, I'd genuinely like to hear your thoughts. Do you think reality is something we explore outside, or something we gradually discover within ourselves? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if the response is strong enough, I'll go deeper into this topic in the next video and explore it from even more perspectives.